Let's take a look at Big Ed. We first met Big Ed back in 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days, back with Rose. We all know how that worked out. And then we had a little bit there with Kaori. Yeah, she really wasn't into it like that, but he was just like, let's get married. It seems like he was all ready to like get proposed to this lady that he just met and only talked a couple times online. But yeah, I think at this point Ed's just about ready to do just about anything to stay relevant. I mean, I also want to point out, I love that there's a mayo jar while he's eating the ribs. Let's just zoom in on that for a second. Yeah, he had to put that there because you remember him with the mayo, brought him a little bit of attention, pretty much because people thought it was weird, but it brought him some attention, so he's got to keep that relevant too. Note that. I saw that, Ed. I see you. He's even got his own logo on the suitcase when he first met Rose. Yeah, I think he's just about ready to do anything. So here he is again with Liz. His next big career move. I'm going to do a little bit of recap of what's been happening on Happily Ever After with Big Ed and Liz. Fast forward, so they have an engagement party. Everything seems really lively. Actually, really lively. Either there's paid actors there or I just don't have many friends or family. Yeah. But anyway, everything looks like it's going really nicely. They're celebrating their love. Just staying relevant. Either way, whatever's happening. After a few odd comments from Ed, by now, do we really expect anything else? Yeah. Liz's mother tells everyone that Ed has helped her through a dark time in her life and she just wants her daughter to be happy, which is actually a really beautiful moment between Liz and her family.
You have taken care of her, and you have brought my baby girl back from a dark, dark place.
Oh, you're going to make us all cry. Cut it out.
But it doesn't take long for the couple to get into some drama. Now, we don't actually get to see the footage of set drama that happened. We just heard about it after. It just kind of came up with some writing. What we do know, it's the next co-worker of Liz, and instead of Big Ed saying, you know, you're at an engagement party, you assume you love each other, instead of saying, are you okay, what happened, he goes straight into saying, were you in a relationship with her? And Liz gets instantly defensive.
Seriously?
Which I understand, but also you could just say, no.
Oh, go fuck yourself. No, baby. Go have fun if that's what you're gonna think.
And then Liz is quick to leave the party. She just gets up, goes, it's her party, she can leave if she wants to. She starts walking out the door and then she starts running. And I actually really laughed at this point because she's literally running away from Ed. And I find that really funny. He's really quick to try to message her and call her. I want to note that his logo's on the back of his phone too. There it is. I see. As I said, this man will do anything to stay relevant. And while she's running, she's just ranting. He doesn't believe in himself. And I like that she mentions that he's pathetic. Good words to give your future husband. It's going to a good start. I mean, obviously a fairy tale ending's coming up. We're going to see it. Liz having such a breakdown here. There's got to be more going on in this party. They must have had a fight before, or she's just bottling a lot of stuff up.
I would 100% take care of him, but like if I were to be fragile tomorrow, I don't think he would take care of me in the way that I would take care of him, and that's what fucking sucks.
Finally, the producers encourage Liz to at least answer the phone. They want to keep this drama ball going, so she does, and Ed just goes bad to worse. I love how quick Ed goes to say, you've ruined the whole evening. It's always Liz's fault.
Can I?
Liz, you're embarrassing yourself.
I'm not embarrassing myself.
And he's so quick to say, you're embarrassing yourself. What he means to say is you leaving and crying in our engagement party embarrasses me because people are looking at me like I've done something wrong, which couldn't be the case. I'm amazing.
You're so jealous over someone who was attracted to me.
Oh, and you can see here, Liz is really quick to say, look, she already knows exactly what's going to happen. This is how many times this is happening in their relationship. She said, you're going to call Richard, you're going to call your mum, and you're going to bag about it. You're going to say, you're so right about Liz, about everything. She's not right for me. So obviously this happens a lot, and neither one of them are really learning from their mistakes in any way. But that's okay because we're enjoying the show. She takes her ring off, and she says that she throws it, But the footage shows she's just placing it gently and leaving with her phone. So I don't really think it's lost, especially because the producers saw where it went. But anyway, she goes back to find it later. We'll come to that in a second. The producers give her a ride home, and it's only now at this point she's still crying, she's still upset. It's all emotional. I'm sure they've both been drinking a little bit, but they're both emotionally quite built up. And she does mention that she would do anything for that man. And I think that she's starting to become a little bit remorseful of the fact that she threw the ring. Well, she didn't really throw it. We saw her just place it gently. But she's starting to get a little bit remorseful of the fact that she was quite quick to just ditch the ring. Which lets you know really how quickly both of them are ready just to give this whole relationship up. You know, he's so fast to take his stuff, take the ring, and just leave. And she's so quick just to ditch the ring and be like, I'm done. She gets home, and instead of going straight into, oh, I'm glad you're okay, before you start laying into each other. I mean, technically, you're engaged.
You got jealous over someone who was attracted to me.
Here, Ed points out that she was a lady that Liz had a relationship with in the past, and she's quick just to shut it down and said, when? When was this? Show me proof.
Show me proof, Ed.
No, that didn't happen. He just goes, I don't want to talk anymore. He's just throwing accusations out, but as soon as they get called out, I don't want to talk about this anymore. I don't want to talk.
I just can't trust you, Liz.
I love how Ed brings up that he can't trust her, and I also find this really interesting how it's anyone that cheats or has cheated in the past, they're so quick to have trust issues. You know, they just assume because they've cheated and they're capable of cheating that everyone else must be cheating around them. They must be up to something, you know?
Are you a lesbian?
Liz's reaction to, are you a lesbian? Just stunned.
I have no physical attraction to any females, period. I am not attracted to anything but fucking dick.
Nice.
Listen to me. You call me fat, you tell me I have a small dick, whatever.
Because you called me fat.
I never called you fat.
Yes, you did.
Ed goes, I never called you fat. Yeah, he never directly said she was fat. But saying things like, don't you ever want to be your, you know, don't you want to even get to your previous weight? Little comments like that. That is basically saying you think they're overweight.
Sweet tooth, I'm overweight too.
You couldn't
He
even
says,
fucking
I'm
fit into
overweight
your
too.
fucking- Am I overweight, Ed?
He like deflects. He's like Neo in the Matrix, deflecting.
Am I overweight?
No. I've never called Liz fat. I'll drop positive hints. And I know I have to work on myself too, but I've never called her fat.
So him denying it is just, again, him trying to save face, try to keep this image.
This is what I give up. I gave up my daughter and my mom. Rich.
You did not give up those people for Liz. They left you because they were tired of you making stupid bloody decisions.
I'm not allowed. Sit down. My friend Apudova.
I never even heard of her.
I can't even. You told me I'm not allowed to.
I never
talk
even
to
heard of her. No, you don't want me to have friends.
I can't have Grace, my friend, with her daughter, because Liz is jealous.
I never said that.
I'm not allowed to have girlfriends.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous.
Oh, yeah, you are.
He just tries so hard to paint Liz in this bad picture, but everybody knows, Ed, you suck.
I don't want somebody like you. I don't want that. Where's that at?
Probably in a fucking bush.
Go to bed. I'm done. Conversation over.
He keeps saying conversation over and he doesn't want to talk to her. He clearly does. He just wants to say his bit to make himself the victim and to make himself to seem better. But as soon as she calls any of it out, it's just go to bed. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Later that day.
She says the ring doesn't mean anything to her, but I feel like it kind of does. She's using it as a reason to go back and be like, here, take this, and then hopefully they can reconcile for the millionth time. So she climbs someone's fence to get her ring back. Alright, okay. It does say private, but it doesn't apply when you're on TV. Oh, she found it instantly. Instantly in the bush. It's almost like she didn't throw it. She carefully placed it on the pillar like we just saw. Okay, so she meets up with her friend to talk it over. It's good to always talk this over. I'm pretty sure the friend is either drunk or just super tired. Just slow around a little bit. But either way, she's got some good advice. Says, I'm tired of seeing Ed walk all over you. And at this point, her friends aren't doing a very good job at seeing her being miserable constantly and crying a lot. And just her, like, overall, her face in, like, all of the interviews. Surely they could see that and tell her, can you stop this? Stop! Why is no one stepping in? Why can't you be a good friend and be like, hey, they're dog shit, but for you, I'll be nice to them, just as long as you know they're dog shit. Alright, it's the morning. Apparently she did bring the ring back to him, so I think they slept in separate beds from what it seems here. Liz in the... I'm guessing that anyway, especially because Liz said earlier we don't even sleep in the same bed anymore. So now it's time for reconciliation. I love how Liz is very comfortable to say, I know I have problems, issues, insecurities. I just want Ed to admit that he has some too. That's all I want to see.
I'm asking you nicely to leave.
Reconciliation ends with her asking him to leave. They did well. Liz, have a nice life. How dramatic do you want to be? Love it. They just... perfect relationship right here. And now Ed's going to walk around and act like the victim, like he's all sad and... So there you have it. 9th time's the charm, guys. Let's see if we can make it to 10. Probably can. I bet we can do it. That's all the time we have for today's video. I'm Pegasods. I keep forgetting to mention that at the start, but if you made it through all the video, thank you so much, and like and subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. Thanks. See you next time.